Hello, everyone. Today we're going to learn about two important safety terms, hazard and risk. These words are often used together, but they have different meanings. Let's start with the word hazard. A hazard is anything that has the potential to cause harm. In simple terms, a hazard is something that can hurt people, damage property, or affect the environment. For example, electricity is a hazard because it can cause electric shocks or burns. Working at height is another hazard because a person could fall and get injured. Other examples include slippery floors, dangerous chemicals, moving machinery, and open flames. Now let's talk about risk. Risk is different from a hazard. Risk refers to the likelihood that harm will occur and how serious that harm could be. In other words, risk is the chance that a hazard will actually cause injury or damage. Let's look at an example. Imagine there is a wet floor in a building. The wet floor is the hazard because it can cause someone to slip. The risk is the chance that someone will walk on the wet floor, fall, and get injured. If many people pass through the area, the risk is high. If the area is blocked off and warning signs are placed around it, the risk becomes much lower. Here's another example. Electricity is a hazard. If electrical wires are properly insulated and maintained, the risk of injury is low. However, if wires are damaged and exposed, the risk of electric shock becomes much higher. So remember, a hazard is the source of potential harm. A risk is the chance that the harm will happen and how severe the consequences could be. Understanding the difference between hazards and risks is important in schools, workplaces, construction sites, and even at home. By identifying hazards and controlling risks, we can prevent accidents and create safer environments for everyone. Before we finish, let's do a quick recap. A hazard is something that can cause harm, such as electricity, chemicals, or working at height. A risk is the likelihood and severity of harm occurring from that hazard. When we identify hazards and assess risks, we take an important step toward protecting ourselves and others. Thank you for listening, and stay safe.